Hey everybody, it's me, Grow.333. Sorry, it's been a minute. Things were a little bit crazy. When I went back to work, I was working a little too much overtime, but I had to work it. And so things were hectic, but they're starting to slow down. This next week I'm going to work regular hours. I still have my appointments that I need to attend, but I will get some type of normalcy and getting my life into a rhythm. But there's been lots of good changes since the last video. I got into these jeans that I couldn't even get into 2 weeks ago this morning, so that was nice. I almost didn't even try, but I was like, you know what, let me just see. I have implemented my exercising into my day. It may be a crazy time, but I do it when I can, where I can. I've been getting my 10,000 steps in a day. I went out dancing Friday night for the first time in a very long time for me, and I had over 25,000 steps by the end of the night. Doesn't surprise me. Those of you that know me know I like to dance. So I was really excited about that. I will say I also met with the nutritionist this week, which was informative. And I've worked with this nutritionist ever since I got the band. It's the same one, so we're really familiar with each other. I've been recording everything that I eat, good, bad, or indifferent. So when we took a look at things, we were able to address and assess. I'm also realizing that this new tool, see, the band never worked as a tool. I never felt restriction. There was lots of different things, but I don't want to get on the band anymore. I want to talk about the sleeve. And I realize the sleeve is so different. Luckily for me, I haven't had any instances except for the one in the city where I felt really sick. I try not to ever eat to feel full. I just eat until I'm not hungry anymore, and then I step away. But what the sleeve has enabled me is, you really, for me, and everybody's going to be different, but you can't eat a lot. And I was always a volume eater, and this doesn't allow it. So it's changed so much already mentally, and it's continually challenging me mentally. And really what it's doing is it's forcing me to take a look at my relationship with food. Now, the band did do that, because whether it worked or it didn't, I would have to take a look at my relationship with food, because if it didn't work the way that it was supposed to, obviously I still had issues with food, and I needed to address those. And I still say, regardless of what surgery or whatever, if I don't address it here, I'm not going to maintain any kind of success. So here's where I'm at, looks-wise. But I do believe that this journey, for me, is just as much mentally, if not more, than anything physically. And I like that it's pushing me to address these things. There's always tons of stuff going on in my life. I don't need to discuss it, because we are all there. We all have the rocking roller coaster. I can say that being a parent of a teenager has been difficult for me. I have 2 girls. Allie's 15, Jessie's going to be 11 in a couple weeks. And when things aren't right between me and my girls, things just don't seem right in my world. And so I've had some difficulties there. But luckily, I do believe I've built a foundation that we can always get back on track. So I did weigh in when I went to see the nutritionist. I've lost 3 more pounds. You know what? I don't even remember what I was on the scale. I don't give a lot of credence to the scale. I did not have this surgery for a weight or a size, although you can bet that when I reach Wonderland, you could probably hear me across all the states, because I look forward to that time, and I know that I'll get there. So I am exercising regularly, getting my 10,000 steps in at least 6 days a week, and I have started some strength training. Sometimes it's just 10-pound dumbbells at my seat at the desk, and people make fun of me. I don't really care. Those of you that know, I really don't give a shit. You can think what you want. I think that's about it. I mean, I'm really, in checking in today, it's about, there's always a lot of emotional stuff going on around me, and for everyone. So the choices that I was making were not in my best interest. And, I can take it all the way back to some of the first videos that I watched of Wendy's, which was, how bad do you really want it? And, thin always feels better than whatever it was that you ate. It's very true. I used to reward myself with heels, and when I reached certain goals. Now I can't do that with the back injuries that I have, and I plan on getting those heels back on, just not quite yet. I also am struggling with the fact that my body is reshaping in a way that I'm not totally comfortable with. I have been someone who has been comfortable in my skin no matter what size I am. So this is a challenge to love myself and to build myself back up. I had a friend say to me, "Hey Kelly, what happened to your ass? I used to like when you walked away." My response was, "It's a muscle. I'll build it back up." And my body luckily has a lot of muscle memory from all the sports that I've played. So it's already reshaping. It's just going to take some extra time and energy to build up certain things that I'm not comfortable with. And I'm going to have to accept that the whole skin and stomach thing will always be an issue. I mean, having had 6 abdominal surgeries, it's just going to be an issue. So that's where I'm at. Lots of changes since the last video, and it's funny. I think the last video was only 2 weeks ago, but there's been a lot of changes in the last 2 weeks, and happy to say that the surgery kind of forces me to look at these things. I've missed 2 of my nutritional classes because of overtime and my daughter's birthday, so I am attending a nutritional class this week. Hopefully I'll get there, and I'm excited about that. That's going to be talking about ideas and cooking and changes, and I will say things are changing in my entire house. I'm also very aware that many of you added this first year is the biggest opportunity, and how silly of me to have this surgery and not take the most advantage of it. So that's what I plan on doing, and my choices are going to reflect that from here forward. And luckily my body is responding to that as well. So I appreciate all the input. I appreciate you guys watching. You don't really need to worry about being honest with me, because I'm honest with most. And a special friend of mine, Janie, we always talk about the toughest person that you will ever be honest with is yourself. Getting down to the bottom where there is no lie. And you better bet if you're doing that, the universe is going to challenge you. And it has been at every turn. But I can happily say that I think I'm rising to the occasion, and I feel pretty strong and pretty good about it. So I hope you all are doing well. We're in February now. I'm getting older and my body's feeling it, but at the same time, I think I'm stronger and wiser emotionally and mentally. So have a great week, and I really appreciate all the support you guys are giving. Take care. Bye.